Sometimes the best places are the ones you find when you're not even looking for them. Last week, I came across to this place completely by accident, but what started as a curiosity quickly turned into something much more interesting. Behind this door is the Underground Art Gallery in Rockford, Illinois, run by Roni Golan, but I could sit here and tell you who he is, what he does, and why this place is so special, but I think it will be much better to hear directly from him. Today we have the opportunity to sit down with Roni himself to learn about his journey, his passion for art, and the story behind his unique creative space. It's time to talk with Roni and find out together what he brings to this community and why this gallery has become such a special place in Rockford. Hi guys, we are here with Roni. He's gonna tell us a little bit about his art. I met him, let's say, not by accident, but for a curious way. We met him last week just because we were walking around, so I have him right here with you to share a little bit about his art and his life. First is, so how do you discover this passion about art?
It's not one day you wake up and say, okay, that's it. It's a journey of discovery. I think I like to think myself as a curious person, and I learned with time that if you say no, it's the easy way out, and I don't like the easy. So I would say yes. Let's try and figure out something. And I learned with time not to compare myself to anybody. So it was really made it much easier to, challenge yourself, learn, and move on. So I don't try to be like somebody else. A lot of artists might fall into this trap. I would be creative in a way when I was young. But as time moved, I've been creative in one area. So I was a sculptor for 10 years, the metal and welding. And then I taught myself painting when I came
That's
to
so
Rockford.
cool.
So it's been 30 years now painting. And I thought I didn't know how to paint, and I have no chance, but here I am. With 6 art galleries, by the way.
Oh wait,
Yes,
that's
yes.
awesome.
Yes.
So how long have you done this? Like how many years?
Well, painting's 30 years, but then 10 years of sculpture before, so overall 40.
40. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Well, I'm 66, so yeah.
And you told me you grew up not here in Rockford. You
No,
moved
I
to
grew,
here.
I grew up in Israel, and I came here in 1996, and I opened again. I actually had an art school here. So I was a sculptor, but I thought of so I brought 4 teachers, and we had like around 60 students, and I was running a school, but this was a headache, so I closed and opened a gallery instead, and it's my 6th art gallery now, the Underground. Consecutively.
Okay.
Not all together. I don't have 6 because it's Rockford. You can't 6 galleries.
When is the first one? Is this the first one?
No. The first one was close to Cherville Mall area. I was there, and then I was on 11th and 20th. It was more of a business, but more of a kind of industrial area. And then I was next to the Tulios, next to the Studio and 20th. And then I was where the music box is now, before this one. So it's 2 blocks down. And then here, 9 years now.
Wait, and so I see that there's like a long time of history right there. What was the most challenging to become what you are right now, like who you are?
Well, the challenges are not coming out of you; they come from inside of you.
Okay.
So there's no challenges outside. You can do whatever you want. So you create you find out what your box is, and you break the walls, and you create another box, and you break it again and again and again. It becomes a very interesting kind of a prospect of learning about yourself and learning to be outside of the stream and inside of the stream anytime you want. So problems, I actually create problems because I like solving them.
Okay.
Weirdly enough. So because with time you learn to trust yourself, and I said, okay, let's go this direction. So you don't know where you're going, but you trust yourself it's going to be a great ride in a way.
So I have heard a lot of people saying that making art as a lifestyle where you can earn money from it and live from it and do it. Is that something that you face as a challenge right there? How do you become the person you are making money from what you love?
Yeah, originally art is not supposed to be making money. Because it's a self-expression, and then I cannot expect anybody to buy things from me. Mm-hmm. But I would like to say that if you, as the more genuine you are in the process, the easier it will be to sell your art. So selling with time became the side effect of you being genuine, I hope, with what you do. Because people connect to that better than if you're not genuine and you try to copy or be like somebody else. You have to really market it really hard because you're competing against 20 million artists, right? But if you, hopefully, as genuine as possible, your work is the best in the world in your style. So there's nobody to compete with. You're
By
the best in the
yourself,
world.
yeah.
So when you stand behind your work, people feel it and they connect to it. And there's other tools that artists need is to be social, to connect to people, to talk to them, to sell yourself in a way, knowing that you're not selling just a product, but something part of you. So you have to be able to connect to people.
So now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What does art make you feel?
What makes you feel?
You personally.
Excited, because I don't consider myself an artist. I'm more of a scientist, because artist comes with a baggage I don't like starving artists, suffering artists. I think it's a cultural bullshit. Okay, because it's something that with time people were taught to think about artists. So I didn't want this title because it brings a lot of baggage. So I call myself a scientist. Scientist means you are inquiring into things and you're trying to find solution and new ways of doing things, right? So what I do actually, I'm by the way a hypnotherapist too, so I know a little bit about how the brain kind of works and makes decisions. So if you challenge your mind, right, and go places you think you can't go, it opens many doors. It allows more possibilities to go. If you say, I'm not sure, so trust is the most important thing here. I get excited about not knowing where I'm going, right? I mean, it sounds weird, right? Because people like to plan. I don't like to plan. Even my life is not planned. See, I have a watch here someone gave me as a present. It says now. I need no battery. It's always the now.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's something that we forget. You're stuck in the now. You have no choice by being here. But our mind goes to the future, planning, right? Or to the past, like nostalgia. We do everything in our power not to be present. It's amazing to me. So it brings me to the present. Why? Because when I do something new, I never did before, I don't know what's going to be the next step because no one did it before, right? I didn't do it at least. So you always challenge yourself to go new places. It forces you to be here. Imagine you walk in a forest. It's the first time you're walking in a forest, like we're in a different country, let's say, right? You look around, all the trees, all the animals. Second and third time, we're already with a cell phone in front of us. That means our brain is habitual. It creates habits. So, habits can be dangerous sometimes. So, in order to do that, I pick a subject that I'm interested in. I learn about it. I do some research about it. I create a whole new technique just for that, and I do around 5 to 7 canvases, more or less, on one subject, and the new style, right? So every 2 weeks, I'm a different place, different style, different subject altogether, knowing the risk of falling in love with your own work and become expert in something, and it closes all the doors. You want to open all the doors. You don't want to close them. So some people say, well, I'm a realist, I'm a surrealist. First of all, surrealism was built in the 1930s and 40s. It has nothing to do with now. So why should you react to what's going on right now, not whatever was because it's safe. You're very good with the brushes and everything comes like a hyper realistic. It's fine for them, not for me. I get bored. You become an expert. This brush will do this and this. It becomes like an equation. I'm not interested. I'm interested in not knowing and create the equation again, new ones. Okay. If it makes sense. I know it sounds kind of weird.
No,
it makes sense.
At least, see, everything I'm saying here is just about how I see things. I don't tell people what to do with their life, but it works for me.
Exactly. So, I like that. That's very.
It's being curious and then um, telling yourself, allowing to tell yourself you don't know in order to be curious. Because if you think you know, you can't be curious. Obviously, curiosity out of the window because you know. Well, actually, we don't know shit about our lives, and we keep discovering every day more and more about us. So, if you think you know, nothing happens, and you get stuck. And getting stuck, it can be painful. You can suffer, and I don't like suffering. I mean, who does, right?
So do you think what you just mentioned is that what most of the people has like a misconception about art? That most of the people has?
Absolutely. I mean, the whole culture. I mean, we have ideas about how things should be. So I don't like to take anything for granted. I don't know. Let's find out. Because I would say it's somewhat easier and less frightening to go places someone else has walked already. So you have walking on the forest and walking on a path. I prefer walking in the forest because the path someone already walked there and let's say investigate it in a way. I like to go or create new paths if possible. I know it can't be all the time, but I do it most of the time. So because this is where the excitement is. You don't know where you're going, but you're discovering new things, new possibilities, new abilities that you might have, and it keeps the brain fresh because you never did before. So you have to be right there. So there you go.
That's so cool to hear. So you also mentioned the other day that you travel to New York and other places. How can people, like, I don't want to say hire, but like have you in their events?
Well, let me explain first what I do. So I'm a traveling artist. That was 13 years ago. I challenged myself again, as I like to do, and I started by painting live on stage next to jazz bands in front of a crowd, up to the point where I got to in front of 1,000 people. So I'm painting live to the music, right? And then one day someone asked me, do you do private events? I said, yes. I had no clue what I'm getting into. I said, yes. And it so happened that it was somewhere in Rockford. And I was kind of painting, and then it was raining. People kind of outside, right, outdoors. And people came next to me because I had a cover, and so they're standing there, so I gave them a brush, just play with it. And then now, after 13 years, I go to actually any type of event, because I'm the only one in the country who does that. I give the guest a brush, I ask them to add an image to the canvas, even though if they don't know how to paint, actually it's preferred. And they do, whatever they fit, because I do weddings, corporate events, fundraisers, community events, I do everything because no one else does. And after I collect everything, I put it together and I create an original using their ideas. I tell the story. And there's one here I just did on this past 2 days ago. I was in Chicago, I just finished. You can later on, if you want to edit into I'll give you one, the original is here, but I'll give you the before. And so I travel wherever they invite me. I go wherever they invite me, I don't care, because I like doing it.
That's so nice.
So I have another question. What part of New York have you visited?
Upstate New York. I was there twice already, but I go all over the country. Yeah, upstate. I actually drove there. It was like around 13 hours. Upstate New York. But I took the time. I slept in an hotel on the way. So, on the way back, it was one run, like 13 hours. But on a lake, one of the lakes. I forgot what the name of the lake was.
Lake Erie?
No. It's upstate New York. There's many small lakes that very rich people have their houses on the lakes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I was there once, and I went in some sort of technical school or something. It was a college or university. But then again, people invite me to a wedding in Texas. So I don't care, wherever you invite me, I go. Because if you love what you do, you don't work.
So that just comes with my question. Have you ever had I made it moment? I can imagine the answer from you, but...
I don't think I look at it this way, I made it. Because it's risky. Because when you get to I made it, it's okay, what's next? No. You constantly discover. What are you making? Because I can make a living of a sort. I don't see that as it's important, obviously, we live in a physical world, we need food, we need to pay the rent, but it cannot be the foundation of the reason to create. It has to be an experience that you are excited, highly excited to. Actually, I have a knowing, understanding this better. That what I do, I started painting, let's say around 11 or 12. I work for around 2-3 hours.
Okay.
When I get to a point where it's like, it's sitting there, it's basic, but it's sitting there and it's like, okay, it's not gonna die on me tomorrow. I leave it, like what do you call it, foreplay type thing. I leave it because I get excited and I go, I stop and I wait for tomorrow. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm looking forward, excited to put all to make sense of it and to create something pretty cool. So what I do it every day. I start a painting and I finish the next day just so I can get excited in the morning I can't wait to come and finish it, right? So you all constantly, every morning, I look forward to get up to come to my studio.
Wait, that's so nice. I hope I can
Because
do that.
otherwise it becomes a job. And
Yeah.
I don't see it as a job. It can't be a job, because if it's going to be a job, I'll fail miserably. If it's a job, it's going to bring all these pressures of commitments and stuff like that. I don't like that.
So you stay here in Rockford for a reason. Can we know why you have stayed more in Rockford, not expand that much?
Does it matter where you are? I mean,
Doesn't
the
matter
city,
to you?
The city doesn't make you. You make the city. You want things. It doesn't matter where you are. The best place in the world is Rockford. Why? Because I'm here. Meaning, I'm involved. I create the city or change the city the way I want it to be. Otherwise, you feel you don't belong. You feel like you want to be somewhere else, and you take your problem with you. The other place is going to be terrible as well. This is the best place in the world. If I have to move somewhere, the next place will be the best place in the world. You make a place. This place doesn't make you. See, otherwise you become slave. And that's not a good idea again.
So what do you think art can do to a community like Rockford?
Well, I don't think I'm making a change in the world. If it is, it's fine. Maybe the words are much more influenced, but I influence more with words. But the art itself is hopefully some sort of expression of me discovering. And again, if I'm genuine, the result would be something that people can enjoy looking and enjoy displaying, and it's going to be something that constantly works. It's not going to be like a decoration after 2 months. It's going to be something constantly create attention in the piece that you always. People call me sometimes 6 months later and say, "Wow, we found something new in your painting." That means they are looking at it again, again, again. Otherwise, if it becomes a decor, I always definitely recommend people to move art around every few months or every year, because then if you get, instead of getting used to it, you say, "Oh, now you see different aspect of it." See what I'm saying?
That's cool. I have never done that, but
I
would do that.
Move them around. You'll see that suddenly maybe they fit better in some areas. I mean, and if something is just constant, we become habit again. We ignore it because it becomes habitual. By the way, I'll tell you something about habits don't require you and your body and your mind being the same room. Habitual is automatic. You do this and you think about something else. Now, I give the example where you're driving and you have a coffee cup next to you. If it spills, you look down, your attention is there, you kill somebody, God forbid, right? Mm-hmm. And now you've ruined your life. That means that's the extreme, right? But most of it it's not extreme as that, but habits and not being present, meaning the body and mind not being in the same place, it's a recipe for accidents and mistakes. And then you have to fix them. So it's another waste of time. Not a good idea. I'm a simple guy. I don't like to make things complex. It's very simple. Your body and mind are not in the same room, you make mistakes and accidents. If you are in the same room, you cut down on mistakes and accidents 99%. Because you're here. The best decision is right in front of you. I mean, the best option is in front of you. You don't have to make decisions or make choices. You're just looking at it. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
I hope it makes sense.
I know it does, yes.
Okay.
So for the last question before we go and go around look into some of the arts, I want to ask you, like, if someone in Rockford has never visited the underground art gallery, what would you think, or what would you say to them that they should know?
Okay. Well,
before
first of all, I think there's good art here. Interesting, colorful for sure. It's kind of happy or optimistic. But also, when people come here, I stop my work because the social part is more important to me than my art. Right? This becomes first. And then I tell them, sit down for a conversation, enjoy, have fun, learn something new if possible. It's kind of a nice break of the day. So, and I'm here every day of the week. I mean, unless I travel, every day. Because since I don't work, why should I be here, right? I'm here every day, Sundays, Mondays, every day.
And you enjoy it.
I mean, if you don't enjoy it, ask yourself why, and if you still can't figure out, change.
I like how you think, honestly, and thank you so much for...
It's as simple as possible. It's not complex. We make it complex, and we might destroy life this way. I have so much regrets later on, but you're not going to get this time back. So, I mean, the reason I signed my age on my art is because of that. It reminds me, because the year is kind of a loose thing, 226, 200, I mean, it doesn't make, everybody feels the same, but when I see my age, it gets me to move much quicker and much more intentional than, I have time, life is relatively short, so don't waste it.
But yeah, I love how you think, honestly. Since the last time I came, I wouldn't call it an accident, because I think everything happens for a reason. I enjoy talking to you, and I always remember, and that's why I came back. Thank you so much for stopping a little bit just to talk to us and give us this interview so other people can know about you and your art, because it's awesome. And then I was searching, I did my searching over there, and I saw a lot of other stories about you. That's awesome, honestly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You should visit it, guys. You should visit it. It's in Rockford, downtown.
Across City Hall. So,
yes.
Right there.
So if you want to come, you know that you're going to find him. If he's not traveling, but you're going to find him here at the Underground Art Gallery.
Every day.
Every day. Thank you so much, guys.
And every morning I come here, I do this. And you would ask, why did I do that? This is another reminder that today is the only day we have. Tomorrow is an extra bonus for everyone. So do whatever you want to do today. Because you can only act now. You can't act tomorrow because it doesn't exist. It's only in your mind. It's an illusion. It's an expectation. We tend to fall into this trap. And we have plans that sometimes never happen.